Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Hey, guys. Hello, hello. Sorry, I'm like super close to the camera. I'm just trying to figure something out. I wanted to go live real quick. Hi, Catherine. How's it going? Meek. Everybody. Shrek. All right. Love the name. Wanted to go live, answer some questions, you know. Wagwan. Yo, what's up? Dude, I miss going on live on YouTube, y'all. I'm doing good. I'm actually, check this out. I just made myself an espresso because it's about to go down. It's been a busy work day, but let's do this. Hey, listener, subscriber here. I picked up Lanui last weekend and nothing but compliments. So happy for you, dude. Honestly, like I've said, Le Nuit de l'Homme is a sexy fragrance. And I mean that. Perfect timing. Glad I could catch y'all at the right time. Glad I could catch y'all. I'm wearing... Actually, guess what fragrance I'm wearing right now. If you saw my recent video, then you already know what it is. But got my boatload of fragrance today. What did you get, Catherine? Can you please try Blonde Amber by Clive Christian? Hell yeah. I'd love to. I'm always down. Hi from El Salvador, Central America. Hello. Thanks so much. I'm just sniffing Nuit de l'Homme. Give it a try. You got your eye on Carlisle. Fire. Sauvage Elixir, yeah, that's the one. That is the one. I can't lie. I think it's really sexy. What gold necklace to recommend for a men beginner? You know what? It totally depends. First of all, on kind of like on like your size, right? Like when you're going off of millimeter. It's like, is your preference, do you want to have a pendant on it? Do you want it to be a solitaire piece? You planning to 2-chain, 3-chain? Like give me kind of a little bit of that. You know what I mean? If you're a beginner, I don't think you're planning to 2-chain. I could be wrong, but you let me know. Oriana, that's what you're wearing. Sweet. Do girls think of Gris Charnel, is it masculine? I honestly thought Gris Charnel was pretty feminine. It is a unisex fragrance. I have heard from guys that they prefer the X straight because the cardamom is more prominent in it. Kind of reminds people of La Nuit de l'Homme, but hi, Eugene. Thank you for putting me on to Leighton and Carlisle. I got you. And I always see you showing love in my comment section, so I appreciate you, Skirt. Appreciate that. I would love to try Le Mal Elixir, but I haven't yet. Secretion is magnificent. Y'all are crazy. I haven't tried that scent, but I already know it's literally gonna be ass, so I don't know if I want to do that. Elixir is fire. It's just that it's a Sauvage. People try to... Yeah, no, like I said, regardless of popularity, wearing fragrances isn't as common as people think. So, yes, it's hated a lot mainstream, but you know what? It is really popular in person, just Sauvage in general. But the Elixir, it's just too good. It's really good. Combining which one? Not Paris. Pegasus or Herod? I don't care for either of those fragrances. Honestly, I'm not really rocking with either. No tax if you order from BDK. Oh, dang. Definitely like a 1.5 to 2 millimeter. Nice. Not a fan of road chains, which I tried. Trouble finding. Okay, why don't you try like... Francos are very popular at that size, like baby curbs. You can also try Byzantines if you want it thicker. That will still have a presence. I honestly think that 2 millimeter Byzantines are really, really pretty. Also, I love Figaros. I really do. Okay, about to cop L'Homme and Dior EDT. Blind buying the Dior. Listen, Dior comes out with bangers. They really, really do. Have I tried Gris Dior? No, I haven't. I really, really haven't. I want to know your impressions in regards to Cheeky Simple. I have not tried that brand. Or Mind Games. but I heard of them. That 3mm fig looks fun. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, Francis. I always love the chain love. Aw, thank you. Look, we got a tip, y'all. Let me see what this guy's saying. We're 5 sprays of Pegasus exclusive because it was 45 degrees in Florida in the morning, and around noon it got up to 85. I was choking myself with the oud. You had me in the first half. I was like, Pegasus exclusive in that weather, it would be really good. And to the person asking between Pegasus and Herod, I would say look into Pegasus exclusive. I found that to be better personally. Hi Melissa, any smoky vanilla Rex besides By the Fireplace and Club Black? Honestly, there's nothing really coming to my mind right now. By the Fireplace is a very good fragrance for what you're asking for. When it hits my brain, I'll definitely let you know, all right? I feel like I've been missing some people's questions. Oh, hold on, okay. Thoughts on salt and pepper for fall and winter? I think that it'll, honestly, when it comes to fresh fragrances, they smell good year round. It's just the longevity that will mess with some people. And I have worn salt and pepper in the fall months, in the winter months. But remember, like, my fall and winter is very different from a lot of people. So just be cautious about that. But I love it. I think that thing's like really sexy. Do I like clones? I haven't tried a clone that I actually really rock with. I haven't yet. But I'm not opposed to them because at the end of the day, sometimes things are like pretty pricey. You know what I mean? So like if you could save some money, why not? But again, I have always loved the original formulations of fragrances. Will you ever get the extrait of Baccarat Rouge? I have a sample of it, but it's not something that I would pick up. I'm not super wild about it to that point. Okay. Oh, what do I recommend for that? Dude, salt and pepper is so good. The elixir that I'm wearing right now is so good too. Try Juliana's perfume. They're clones. Okay. I have made videos on clones on my channel. I've made lots of videos actually. Is Iris Sorbet unisex? I think it is marketed as unisex. To me, I found it slightly a little bit more on the feminine side. But I do think that, like, if you're a guy that enjoys Oud Symphony, for example, and stuff like Oud Satin Mood, I think you'll enjoy Iris Sorbet. You know, I think if you're a niche head, then yeah, you'll like it. But I think for like the average person that smells it, they might like instantly think, okay, it might be a little more feminine. But again, you're in the fragrance game, right? So a lot of people are willing and more bold to experiment with different things that the average person isn't. First impression of Arolfa. I have a sample of it that I haven't opened yet. I don't like ROJA Enigma. And you know what's so funny? Because whenever I make videos, I mean, this goes just in general, right? But like, whenever I'm like gifted fragrances from brands in particular, whenever I give, and if that brand is ROJA, if I'm given a ROJA fragrance and I give it positive feedback, like with my Elysium videos, right? People are like, oh, you have to say that because you were gifted it, right? I'm like, no, that's not entirely true. But then whenever I make a video about Enigma, right? And I talk about, oh, ROJA gifted this to me, but I don't like it. Then everyone's like, oh, you're never gonna get sent anything again. You're blacklisted. And it's just, they're wrong every single time. You know, I've made so many videos on ROJA fragrances, like completely giving you my honest opinion on what I like and what I don't like. And they've been honestly a good brand that can handle that sort of criticism. So I love that. Thanks. I'm gonna check out the Franco chain's nice. Do you believe in the chain color scheme? With darker people, gold looks better, and lighter people, silver looks better on them? Honestly, to be real, I feel like if you are a darker complexion, you work both easily. I honestly have seen silver, platinum, yellow, gold, 24 karat gold on like darker skin tones, and it always looks good. However, with lighter skin tones with like that 24 karat, it can look a bit not as, you know what I mean? I would say that white gold metals, platinum, silver, those tend to look a little bit better. But I really feel like darker people pull off anything and everything just with how gold and silver can look on their skin. But it's, at the end of the day, completely up to you. It's about what you like to rock, right? So if you're somebody that wants, like for me, I'm a yellow gold person. Even though I've tried silver and platinum, like this is definitely more my lane. So it's all about your preference. Hi, Daniel. You literally disliked a precious liquid scent and they still reposted you on their Instagram. Respect to them. Yeah, no, I mean it. Like a lot of the brands that give me like fragrances and stuff like that, they know that I'm gonna give like my real opinion. And trust me, there have been brands that they're like, we don't really want you, if you don't like it, like just, you know, please still share it, but then just don't, you know, maybe don't be, you know, don't tell them that you don't like it or something like that. And those relationships are not things that I want to continue to pursue. Hi, John. Because I feel like if you are in the fragrance game, if you are especially a perfumer or something, you know that fragrances are subjective. So it's just such a far reach to think that everybody's going to like your scent. I think that it's not realistic. So that's why I do love working with brands that can take heat, because that's how you know that when I love something, it's genuine. You know, the same way that I wouldn't shut up about salt and pepper, right? But then at the same time, I wasn't the biggest fan of, what is it? Tobacco Royale? Like that one wasn't, or white suede or something like the amber suede. I wasn't a fan of that one and people knew, you know? So I honestly feel like just staying honest has gotten me where I am, and that's what I'm going to keep doing. So I've ordered Casanova. Ooh, let me know how that is. Okay, decant me some of that Sauvage elixir. Dude, Travis, let me tell you right now, I was blown back when she sent me that. Like, I get this DM, and one of my followers, she's like, I'm sending you a package, here's the tracking number. I get that thing from the P.O. box, and it's heavy, bro. I was like, damn, it's probably maybe the way she was trying to package it to make sure everything's protected. I opened that thing, and y'all saw me in that video. There was like a full-size bottle of elixir. There was a big bottle of Millésime Imperial, and then like the 2.5 millimeter bottle of Aventus for her. And then on top of that, like a Valentino bag with a ton of samples in it, and then more samples just all throughout the package. I was just like, damn, you single? You know what I mean? I was like, that's super sweet. That was super sweet. All right, let me see. Dishonesty is huge in the fragrance community. You know, I can't speak for anybody else with it. I don't really watch other fragrance reviews with things, but listen, I totally understand when viewers are skeptical when they see positivity with a gifted product. I totally get it, but that's why I say in my videos that I like, regardless of any gifts, I will tell you if I really like it or not. And then y'all see that anyways. So it kind of sucks, you know, of course, I will get those naysayers or people in the comment section saying, oh, like, that's not true, you're lying. But I feel like the proof is in the pudding. You know what I mean? If you actually watch my videos, then you see that, oh shit, she actually ripped something up from that brand last week. You know, it's just, but it depends on what you come across. But yeah, I think being honest, that's why in those top 5 videos that I make, you'll see like the same fragrances, and that could be annoying to people because it's like, oh, she keeps using the same thing. But at the same time, I feel like that's such a realistic experience for 99% of people out there, is when you find something you like, that just becomes your go-to scent. You don't need to be wearing 20 different fragrances all the time, you know? Let's see. I love your channel. Thank you. Appreciate. Thank you. It's subjective. That's why, yeah, no, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. And that is the other part of what I was going to say, that sometimes people mix honesty with that, with just having a subjective opinion anyways, you know? I have no idea. I have no idea. I wish I could understand, but I don't. But I appreciate the love, all right? Would you recommend the Aventus for her or an alternative? Damn, Aventus for her is a boss fragrance. Dude, it's a boss fragrance. I wore that to Vegas when, like, my sister and I took our dad to the racetrack in Vegas to go race like some supercars and stuff with our Tito. And I decided to wear that thing, right? And all day, man, that thing was, I felt so hot. That thing was so nice. Okay, let me see. I will do a review on that Fenty one. I'm sorry that I've been slacking with it. It's just that there's been so many things happening. What do you think is the greatest fragrance of all time? First of all, Thanks for the tip. That's super dope. I would say, that's so hard. I don't want to say the greatest fragrance of all time in objective terms, but one of my favorites is Elysium. Y'all heard me talk about Elysium so many times, but I really mean it. Like, I use that fragrance a lot. It's been the longest lasting fragrance in my collection that I've continually used since I initially got it. Yes, appreciate the repetition of fragrances because it shows you're being real. I appreciate that you get that. Because look, I know that it can maybe come across stale if you're seeing the same things in top 5 videos of like what I like, right? I totally get it. But I don't want to lie to y'all. You know what I mean? If I'm just like, oh, damn, I talk about Aqua Uda all the time in my top 5s, and even though I use it every day, maybe I'll just switch this with Fabulous by Tom Ford so it gives them something new. You know, then it's just like, why? I'm so glad you found my channel. I like ROJA. Let's be completely real here. I love Elysium. I do love ROJA as a brand that they could handle heat, but I'm not like a ROJA girl where I'm a fan of Enigma, Danger, Sweetie Oud, Apex. I actually dislike all those fragrances. So ROJA is one of those houses that they hit like the diamond in the rough. Everything else to me is just like, could care less about except that one scent. And Oceania, I like that. I love Elysium, but I'm not gonna buy it again. Totally get that. I get that. People at my job, what? They notice your fragrances. I tell them it's just ketchup. That is wild. Appreciate your honesty. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are very, very sweet. What would you say is the masculine unisex equivalent to Valleja? This might not be on brand, but I'm thinking the first one that came to my mind was Millésime Impérial by Creed, just because when I think of, well, actually that might be, correction. I was going to say that for Meliora. Valleja, it might, I gotta think about that. I actually have to think about that. Grand Soir thoughts. Grand Soir is a nice amber fragrance with really good performance, but kind of can smell a bit too thick. It can kind of be reminiscent of a candle, if you will. And there are some people that have actually received that reaction from people where their coworkers tell them like, you smell like a candle. And they get really sad about it. So, but overall it's good. I just don't wear it a lot. Where do you rate Naxos now? It's number 1 for you. Don't think anything would come close. I don't wear Naxos just because it's too hot to wear Naxos here, man. Like, I wish. But it's still, as like a sweet fragrance, it's top tier, for sure. Since you lived in South Florida, you rock that religiously. I love that. Elysium's a banger. Let me know what y'all signature scent is in the chat. I'm curious. Valleja, that's feminine. Yes, it is. That's why he was asking for a masculine version of that scent. Keanu, hi Melissa, love your channel. Can I send you something from my brand? That's so sweet. Yeah, dude, like, you can always DM me on Instagram and let me know. Yeah, I'll send you my P.O. box stuff. And but I will say, there's so many things I have not done, like this desk that y'all are sitting on top of right now. There's a ton of fragrances here that I haven't opened. They're collecting dust, and I got to do that, you know? Okay. Yes, it's from MFK. I watch all the frag creators. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you show love to everybody. Salt and pepper is safe blind buy. Okay. Like I've said before, generally I will say yes, but salt and pepper is, I would say if you're somebody that goes out, like if you are social, yes, it's worth it. If you're kind of like a homebody, you don't really go out, and let's say you're just surrounded by a lot of guys, I wouldn't say it's worth it. But if you're somebody that is pretty social, you hang around like a lot of women and stuff like that, and you want good reactions from women, like really good reactions, then salt and pepper is easily a safe blind buy in that regard. You change your scent every day. Interesting. It's really that hot in LA. Well, I'm not in LA, but California in general, it's November, y'all, and like it's 78 degrees outside, you know? And to me, 78 degrees, I would not even touch Naxos or any sweet scent. Yo, this espresso's got me like zooming right now, y'all. Lip ROJA. I used to chase a better fragrance even after just buying one till I got Naxos. I love that. Honestly, I get that. I don't think I'm a fragrance chaser anymore because I found like the scents that I really love and that fit me well. Again, if more come along, then I love it. But what I am at fault for right now is with the chains. Like I will like this Figaro that I have on. I love it, and I want to just not watch chain videos because if I see them and I'm like, oh, that looks fire, I might go tunnel vision. So I'm trying to, you gotta enjoy what you have, you know, and not just search for the next best thing all the time. Naxos is a banger, sweet. Hi, Viro. How you doing? Thoughts on Paco Rabanne 1 million? Yeah, it's the most complimented from men and women. I had women walk to ask what I was wearing. 1 million's a classic, dude. I actually kind of got scarred with 1 million because I think I told y'all the story. I was eating pho, and the guy in the pho restaurant was blasting with 1 million. And I was like, man, I don't want to smell this. You know what I mean? Like when you're eating pho, you don't want to smell 1 million. If you're going to a club, hell yeah, wear 1 million, right? But if you're going to if you're dining out somewhere, I don't need that in my face. But it's a cinnamon, spicy, sweet fragrance. It's just not my favorite anymore. Thoughts on Burlington for the winter? Thanks for the tip, bro. That's so nice. You can. I honestly think Burlington would be better for like spring weather, but it'll still work. The parfum is so strong though, bro. Like it's like headache inducing. But to each their own, you know? You like Byretto? Vanille Antique. What's your go-to scent to a restaurant? Gourmand? No, I don't touch gourmand fragrances when I go to restaurants. I go fresh. Or hell, I would wear this elixir to a restaurant. And let me know this, guys, real fast. I should have said this earlier, but I'm going to Scent Explore this year. I was there last year, but I'm going again this year in New York. So if any of you are in New York going to Scent Explore, come say what's up to me at the event. Because last year I had a great time. Like seriously, I had such a fun time. And there were people that were like, I didn't know that you were going. If I knew, I would have got a ticket or something. So if you want to come say hi. I have like a ticket link on Instagram or something, but I'll post about it on YouTube soon enough. Do I like the band Queen? Yeah, I don't mind them. Melissa, have I tried anything from Mancera? Yes, I have. I've tried red tobacco. I've tried Cedrat Rosé. And Woods and Spices. Some other ones. Oh, no, that's Montal. The other one's Montal. Okay, she has Instant Crush. Yes, I do have that one. The woman where I got Lanui was from Sephora. Was weird. She kept spraying it on my wrist and sniffing it for 5 minutes. Listen, y'all like to say that stuff is weird, but let's not lie, you eat it up, right? Everyone's like, oh, it was so weird. I was wearing this fragrance and somebody was just all over me. It was so weird. It's like, you're right. You were loving it up, and it's all right. Eat it up, you know what I mean? Enjoy the attention. Like, if you smell great and somebody's just kind of like hanging off of you because you smell sexy, I'm not going to complain about that. I'll tell y'all the story. I'll be like, y'all, I was wearing salt and pepper and this happened last weekend. I'll tell you. And I know you're over here texting it. You're like, oh yeah, it was so crazy. But you're like, you know? Okay, hi Mel, new here. Hi. Review Valentino Borden Roma lineups. I have actually reviewed one of the feminine ones a while back, but I would love to talk more about them for sure. Thoughts on Creed Absolute Aventus? I actually have a sample of it here. I do, and I will do a first impression of it maybe in a couple days. Oh, and y'all, I'm going live this Sunday on Instagram, 2:30 Western time, so if you're in the East Coast, like 5:30. So if you want to drop by, say what's up, definitely come through. It's going to be with Joe Sent Me, in case y'all know who Joe is. I feel like if you're in the fragrance game, especially in the niche fragrance game, you know Joe sent me. You know what I mean? You know that guy. He's the GOAT. But we're gonna be chatting it up. It's gonna be all, like, nice going live with somebody else, you know? Look for a blind buy. I'll be there. Wait, I'll be probably walking the halls all over the place. Can't miss me. Look for the blind guy. That's what you're... Oh, man. I don't want to be being like, hey, has anybody seen a blind guy? I don't want to do that. But if I see you, absolutely, I'll say what's up. Thoughts on Jeremy Fragrance? Cool. Like, I mean, like, I've only ever interacted with him via email because I wanted to review one of his fragrances. And he was just cool. He was just like, yeah, sure. Like, what's your P.O. box, you know? So, nothing but love. I think that he's like the trailblazer of the fragrance community, you know? He's what got a lot of people into fragrances in the online game, and I respect that. You know what I mean? I think that's really cool. And of course, when you get the type of attention that he has from, like, a lot of people, everyone has different opinions on things, but and the fact that he's been able to stay relevant and grow his audience is very respectable. Like, if you're a content creator, being as big as he is, like, that's really impressive, you know? So shout out him. I have not tried This Is Us. What's my opinion on clones? I haven't tried a clone that I liked, but I do have videos on clone fragrances. Hi, Marlon. I have tried Dahab. That one's pretty sexy. He has like 5 million. Yeah, dude, 5 million. Shout out him, dude. Even for me, like, having the amount that I have right now is already like I can't even keep up with all the comments. But then that's next level. That is next level. All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, if your wife likes your fragrance, that's such a plus. That is such a plus. Okay, what fragrances get the most compliments from girls and people pleasing? This is from my experience, okay, y'all? But from my experience, Salt and Pepper, absolute banger when it came to women's reactions. Like, I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you, like, strangers were coming up to me asking me what I was wearing. Those hugs were lasting forever. I was getting compliments like, oh, that's so sexy. Oh my God. Like, it's just, that scent, fire. Also, Elysium and La Nuit, of course, is a classic masculine fragrance that does that. Aqua Oud has been putting in work for sure. And that's like my minimal use one. Dior Homme 2020 does a good job of that as well. And like Spice Bomb Extreme. Let's see. Come on, don't be hating on the man, y'all. Don't be hating on the man. Was it hard for you to start doing fragrance reviews? Honestly, no. No. I feel like it was something I started doing just because when I was watching fragrance reviews, a lot of the stuff, you know how a majority of it is gender-based, and I totally get it, makes it easy for everybody. But as somebody, an individual like myself, right, that's a queer woman that tends to like masculine fragrances, I didn't want to keep hearing about how, like, oh, this is for, like, you know, with guy stuff, relating it in guy terms. So I actually started my platform for people like myself in the queer community and just kind of giving my perspective of it on TikTok. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna move that over to YouTube. But then it garnered a lot of, like, attention from men on my YouTube. And I was like, oh, dang, this is not what I was expecting. But you know what? I love the balance. I love the balance of everything, you know? Okay, which bottles have you repurchased? I haven't repurchased any bottles. I have not repurchased any bottles. What fragrance do you really want but don't have yet? None. Look, I want to try Tigar, but the fragrances that people have told me that smell like Tigar and have that afternoon swim comparison, like Vibrato by Suspiro, they're good, but afternoon swim whoops that ass. Like, afternoon swim to me is still the best, you know? So I appreciate the love for all of you that are like, oh, I love watching your reviews. It's super sweet. Was it hard acquiring enough to review and keep content coming? No, it wasn't actually. Because if you were with me in my TikTok days, y'all, I would talk about the same fragrance in multiple videos because I'm like, you know what, I could get more creative with this. I could say this. Well, you know what? I wasn't even thinking that hard. I would literally just hit the record button and say whatever was in my mind. And if you notice, that's basically how my videos go anyways, is I just say that like whatever I'm thinking about. I don't have like a script or something I'm thinking about where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna say this. Like if I mess up in my videos and I stutter and stumble, I keep it in my videos because I like doing the one-shots things. How do I get over a breakup? Oh, I feel you. I feel you. First of all, I'm sorry to hear that, you broke up, but I hope it's for the better. I would say, listen, people clown on this, but it worked for me journaling. Okay? Listen, I'm not a journaler. I am not a journaler, but I was in my head a lot when I went through my breakup. And it was, there was a lot of sadness and stuff. But then when I was writing stuff down and I kind of like looked back at it, I'm like, that's where I am in my head. It made it easy for me to move forward after just kind of like reading that, because it's a tangible thing that you can hold on to. Then you just get rid of it, do whatever you want, burn it. You could be like me, just Kobe in the trash can, or you can write it in your notes app, right? So that made things a lot easier. And then always remembering that it's for the right reason, right? Because I feel like a lot of people, they end up staying in relationships for convenience because they get scared to break up and be like, oh, I don't know what I'll be like without this person. But if you just know in the back of your head logically like that this was the right move for you, then you'll be fine. Easy ways to buy more fragrances. Okay, yeah. Cope. No, I'm playing. Okay. What got you into fragrances and wanting to make it a hobby? So I've told this story a few times, but I blind bought La Nuit de l'Homme, and I smelled it for the first time with my sister when I blind bought it. And y'all, her and I both looked at each other. We're like, this is the sexiest thing ever. All right. And this is like, I was not into fragrances at this time. So that's what put me on the game. And then when I was wearing it, I wore it as my signature scent. Wherever I was going, whenever I was hugging people, they were always complimenting that fragrance. And it wasn't just the typical like, oh, that smells good. I'm talking like feral reactions. So I thought to myself, I'm like, all right, if this is getting wild reactions, there are definitely other fragrances out there that get similar things. So let me see what else is out there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. Making me laugh. Yeah, you know what? Somebody mentioned my old titles of my fragrance videos, and I would go crazy with them. I'd be like, wear this if you want to get folded in half. And I actually still do that, specifically like with TikTok and things like that. But like I said, it was different making those titles when, the community I had on TikTok, it's like, majority women, right? That are like me, they understand that. But then when, as a woman, if I'm making these titles, but it's mainly guys watching it, it kind of like can ick me a little bit, and I don't really want to put, it can come across in a different way, right? So that's why I've kind of like refrained from doing that as much as I used to do it. Great chain, nice chain, great fragrance. Thanks, man. I will say, listen, I was getting clowned before as like a good joke with like my cross chain and stuff like that, but they love it. I mean, I love it, but then also the ladies love it. They do. All right. Any discontinued fragrance you'd love to get your hands on besides Tigar? Maybe like what the OG version of La Nuit de l'Homme smelled like. I think that'd be really good. We like those videos that make you laugh. Yeah, that you make though. I appreciate that. The thing is, I do love making those videos, and I still do, like on my other platforms. I'm just a little more cautious with YouTube on that. Don't forget a fresh cut. Okay, yeah. Love your don't buy this fragrance video. Hilarious. Thank you. Dude, let me tell you. YouTube is the one platform, for some reason, that there will always be people that don't understand my sarcasm. And I think it's because I don't constantly say, just joking, or I'm just kidding. I don't do that. Like, I just keep a straight face, and I don't break, and I don't smile. So I will literally say, and I said this in my last video, I'm like, I can't believe Precious Liquid sent me Aqua Oud because they told me they want me to obliterate backs. And I said it like that. And people were like, I can't believe that, it's so, they thought I was being like really, really serious. I was like, guys, And they were like, that's so rude of you. Like, anybody would be lucky to have relationships with brands like you. You sound spoiled. I'm like, do you not? Oh my God. Like, it's just, and nobody wants to be the person to explain the joke, right? But it's funny because in that comment section, we all kind of look like, you know, like, have you seen that meme of that kid that used to look like Lil Terrio that's just at Popeyes, like, doing the side eye? Like, that's how it felt. Yeah, don't buy Elysium by Sauvage, EDT, or Blue de Chanel. Right? Brandon's right. He's right. That's crazy. The sarcasm is obvious. I'd like to think so. I'd like to think that it was obvious, but it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. What's the best website to get niche fragrances in general for very good prices? Depends. I love, you know what? A majority of my stuff comes from Max Aroma. It really does. 99% of it. And they do global shipping. So you can do that. But, you know, if you want a place like Fragrance Net or Fragrance X, you could do that as well. I've heard people talk about that. Look, we have somebody right here that says, I rock with Joma Shop. There's a lot of different options out there. Okay. Would you start beef with another fragrance YouTuber to grow the channel? Hell no, bro. What in the world? If I was having beef, it would be like an obvious kind of joking thing. It'd be somebody that I really like, right? That we kind of go back and forth as a joke. But I think that's kind of tacky, to be honest, to kind of start that drama, to grow it. I don't know. That's just not me. I feel like, honestly, there's a lot of, like, the table is so big for this industry. You know what I mean? If there was like 1 million fragrance content creators, and there probably are, there's room for everybody. You know what I mean? Every single person watching this live right now can literally start a fragrance channel. And I think you'd be very insecure to be threatened by that. You know what I mean? So I would not start beef. I'm all actually about people starting the channels because I think it's cool, because now it's another level that we can relate to each other on of creating content, you know? Apologize if the question was too personal. I think it's helpful to talk about things, but if you don't want to, what was your question? Hold on. Now I'm curious. Oh, dude, well, you might have to re-ask it. I know that I'm missing some. When are you gonna tell us Aqua Oud is just salt and pepper with a little oud added to it? Oh, you know what? I do smell a little bit of a similarity between those two fragrances. But I wouldn't say that it's like... I still think that there's a pretty distinct difference between both those fragrances. You know what I mean? I think maybe after a few times when you smell Aqua Oud, you'll be like, okay, yeah, I can see a little similarity here. But off rip, and I've done my first impression video of that fragrance, the first thing that came to my mind wasn't, oh, this is salt and pepper with oud. You know, so if you think that, though, and if that's how it comes across on your skin, then of course, I'm not going to go disagree with you. It's your skin chemistry. Okay, you like Aura, but they don't have things in stock. Oh, damn. Okay. Hi. Hello. How's it going? Started a channel because of you. Appreciate you and all your recommendations. Thanks. I hope that your channel thrives. I hope it thrives. Have I tried anything from Comptoir Pacific other than Amor de Cacao? I have, but I honestly, I don't remember. I don't remember them. I think I tried like a vanille apricot. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Okay, what do I think of Imagination? I've tried it like once or twice, and honestly, I could care less about it. I don't know, Afternoon Swim to me was just such a banger, dude. Like, everything else kind of just fell eh. La Monsite, pretty good, but still not something that I would take over Afternoon Swim. I love watching you and the other fragrance YouTubers. Sweet, thank you. People like you got me running my own fragrance biz and buying from suppliers. I need to start a fragrance YouTube. You absolutely should. What camera do I use for my vids? I use my phone. The back camera of my phone. And it took me a lot of convincing, actually, to get to that, because I was, at first, if you watch my older videos, y'all, you see me in the beginning clicking the start button, and then at the end of the video, I'd be like, all right, guys, see you later. boom, ending it because it was front facing. And it was my sister that was like, you gotta do the back camera. And I'm like, you know what? I should. And it's funny, like the first video I made of that, everyone's like, wow, the quality's so clear. And I'm like, damn, I should have been doing this. But I like to look at myself to like see what you can see. But now with the back camera, I'm literally going in blind. So okay. Going to Scent Explorer. Oh my gosh! I hope to see you there. Baccarat Rouge 540. Nice. All the rappers and artists use Baccarat Rouge. Is it really hype? Listen, people love Baccarat Rouge. They do. It's like you'll hear a lot of internet hate on it, but if we're being super honest, it's a likable fragrance. There's a reason it's popular. And I would never just hate on something for the sole reason that it's popular. Black Opium. People hate on it because it's basic and popular. I disagree. I think it's sexy, and there's nothing wrong with that. How are you able to buy all these fragrances? I wish I could spend that much money on fragrances. Like I said, y'all, before, I was buying fragrances in the beginning of my channel, but as I've gotten bigger and bigger, a lot of people, both followers and brands, just send me their fragrances. And I keep the same promise as I did in the beginning of just always being honest and keeping it real of what I like and what I don't like. So I'm not constantly buying all these fragrances, you know, so that's just me being completely transparent with y'all. I saw a question up here that somebody's been asking. I don't want to miss the question. Is there any fragrances that you've regretted buying? Yes. L'Homme Ideal EDP by Guerlain. I heard so much about that scent, and I've tried to force myself to like it. And even Ultramale. I regret buying Ultramale. It was like $90, and I was like, I'll get it because everyone's talking about how great it is, and I hated it. But you know what? That just comes with the game. That comes with blind buying. So you got to take that L, you know? Okay. Rappers love Creed and Baccarat. Yeah, no, Creed is big. I think it's kind of like, it's brand name recognition, right? When you think of the fragrance game, when you think of luxury, a lot of people, they think Creed. So it's like anything from Creed becomes like a status symbol and they want to wear it. And that's totally fine. For myself, I don't look at the status of a brand to determine what I would wear or like that sort of cool factor with it, right? I'm very much like, does it smell good? If it smells good, that's all I care about. Whether it's designer, niche, if I find a clone or if I find a cheapie that smells fantastic, you'll hear me talk about it. All right. Personally, I think 540 leans feminine. Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel that Baccarat Rouge is feminine, Love Don't Be Shy is feminine, Instant Crush is feminine, but they can smell amazing on guys if you want to wear them. Again, like, it's all about your attitude, y'all. So many people ask me like, oh, can I wear this if I'm a man? But it's like, here's what I'll say. If you have to question it, then don't wear it. Like, if you're someone that's like, oh, I like the smell of it, but should I wear it like I'm a guy? Then don't. Because when you wear a fragrance like that, you got to have that confidence and be like, you have to wear it. It's not going to wear you, right? If you're someone that's like, oh, like walking on eggshells about it because you're nervous, then I don't think you'll be able to pull it off as well as some other like confident people would, you know? Everyone in the comments of your Why I Don't Review Clones video suggested you do an Alexandria fragrance haul. Ooh, I'd be interested. I've heard about that brand, actually. Yeah, I've heard about that. I'd be down. I got a free sample of Ultramale. I liked it at first, but when I did a full wear, I hated it. Yeah, I tried so hard to force myself to like it. And I'm pretty sure I have videos saying that, like, oh yeah, like it's a sexy fragrance. I was in my Delulu era, y'all. And I admit that. I keep those videos up, man. But we all go through changes, you know what I mean? Hi, Ollie. Or Ali, I'm sorry. Got Elixir. Nice. I know, I'm sorry. I promise I'm not skipping questions on purpose. I'm really trying to get to everything, but it's hard to catch up with everything. Blind bought Terre de Hermes, and it's become a top 5. Nice. Cologne is your favorite, though. I love that. See, that's what I like about this fragrance game, is that even though I have a video saying I don't like Terre de Hermes, the fact that you love it we can agree that anybody can like anything, you know? Hi, Alessandra. Do you actually know something about fragrances? I don't know. Do I? I'll say this, y'all. I never claimed to be a fragrance expert. I am literally somebody that just shares my opinion online. And I think that that line gets skewed with a lot of viewers where they think, oh, if this person's posting online and they think this of themselves, or they're holding themselves to this sort of standard or whatever type of reputation. But for me, like, I just wanted to share my opinion. And if people agree with it, cool. If they don't agree with it, that's totally fine. It's always interesting to me because people really take stuff personally. Even like with fragrances, I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? It's a fragrance. People are going to know it's subjective. But there have been a lot of times in videos where people get emotional, bro. Like these grown men are like emotional about me not liking a scent they like, or not going so specific into the note breakdown. And I get it, right? Passion has different, like, people are at different levels of passion with things like that. But for me, it's always like, it's a fun hobby. It's not something that I'm here to demean people about if they don't agree with me. I think that's kind of lame. Okay, you hated Halton, but it's probably my number 2. I don't hate it. I don't hate it, y'all. Hi, Miss Melissa, you're the best. Thanks, Rudy. Sweet. Okay, what's the best fragrance for someone that is mysterious and quiet, but also flirty and sexual tension? Oof. Honestly, when I think of femme fatale fragrances, excuse me, I'm thinking like Black Phantom. But that one specifically, like, I mean, on a guy as well too, sure. But like when I think of that, the whole vibe that you gave just reminded me of Black Phantom. Like if I smelled that on a woman, like stunting in like a beautiful dress or a gown, you know? What's your view on fragrance reformulations? Honestly, y'all, I don't have much of an opinion about that because so many people ask me about like, oh, Cedrat Posay was reformulated. Oh, this was like Carla reformulated. Like all of this sort of stuff. Should I go searching vintage bottles? And I'm not as like deeply in tune with the new formulations of things. You know what I mean? I'm not like, I'm sure that the Aventus I tried isn't like the OG Aventus, or not Aventus, sorry. Silver Mountain Water, right? Like it's not exactly the same as before. I think that if you're super particular, it might piss you off if you've maybe been in this game for a while. But as somebody like for me, goal is just to smell good. So I'm not really tripping too hard on just like being in the details with reformulations. You know what I mean? Side effect. You like it? You love it. Sweet. Okay. If you had, what did Anna say? If you like a fragrance and the people around or your partner don't like it, would you still wear it? Yeah, I would definitely wear it, but it's all about awareness, right? If I'm running errands and I'm gonna be by myself, I'll wear the fragrance that I like. But if I'm gonna be around a ton of people that I know don't like the scent, I'll pick something else. You know, I don't want to just be like rocking. I think there's a time and place for things, and you just have to have that sense of awareness, you know? Okay, my question was, how do you deal with being disrespected or not taken seriously as a lesbian? Oh, interesting. Guys thinking they have a chance if they push hard enough. Been dealing with that a lot myself. First of all, I'm so sorry that, you know, you've dealt with that. I totally understand that. It's, you know, the thing is, with YouTube in particular, it's very male dominated, I think, even regardless of what your niche is, right? And I've just received a lot of negativity and a lot of homophobia in a lot of comments and stuff like that. But what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Like there's gonna be ignorant people there. There's gonna be people that try to get a rise out of you. And I think that it kind of goes to show how much more pathetic they are if they're consistently trying to do that and you've already kind of put that stop to them. So just control what you can control. If like, because I'll be honest, you will get those type of comments and stuff like that. But for me, I always know that a majority of my followers are very like, they're very respectful, like really sweet people. You know what I mean? And the negative ones, they do stand out from time to time. But when you look at it in hindsight, it's like, you know, those people, they're kind of lame. You know what I mean? They're kind of lame. So just let them be lame. Let them be lame. I have LDBS. Wait, which one's that one? I'm not. Oh, love, don't be shy, and you love it. Sweet. I'm glad that you love it. I'm glad that you love it. But yeah, no, continue just going back to that person. Continue to be you. Make the type of videos that you want to make. And, you know, I hope and pray that the right community surrounds around you. You know, you'll be fine. And I support you. All right. And lastly, I get it. Women are hot. You know what I mean? I just plain and simple. You know, it's always funny when like people will still try, they'll be like, but why don't you like guys? And I'm like, well, why don't you like guys? They're like, well, you know, because I like girls. And I'm like, same. You know, it's really as simple as that when you just kind of ask them that same question of like, they're like, oh, well, what's your type of guy? It's like, I don't know, what's your type of guy? Like, well, I don't like guys like that. It's like, are you sure? You're asking an awful lot about men. So it's okay if you like guys and you're a guy, that's totally fine. You know what I mean? But for me, I like girls. And that's just, I'll put a period on that, you know? What's your ascendant sign? I am a Pisces rising. Pisces rising. Do you think fragrances work better for different ethnicities? Because when I wore Abercrombie and Fitch years ago, a couple women said I smelled like a white boy. Okay, you know what? Again, it's like, I wouldn't call it an ethnicity thing, right? I think that there are certain groups, right? When you think of Fierce by Abercrombie and Fitch, a lot of people, when you think of Abercrombie and Fitch back in the day, it was very much geared towards a white demographic, right? Like just like beach surfer guy, surfer girl, like blonde hair, blue eyes, like that was kind of the target audience, like of that brand, right? But honestly, where would you like? Where would you like? Or you know what? If you don't want to wear Fierce, then up that to Percival. You'll smell fantastic, you know? What is your favorite leather fragrance or combo with a leather fragrance? This isn't technically a leather scent, but black saffron is fire. Black saffron, I think it's the raspberry in that fragrance that brings about a sort of liveliness to it that makes it fun and flirty, and then it has like the sex appeal with some of that leather, you know? So I would say that one. I would say that one. Where would you recommend to buy them? Buy Fierce or buy Black Saffron? The Black Saffron I have was from Max Aroma. So you can go Max Aroma if you want to. Melissa, which masculine scent would get women on you? Like literally, because I own Dior and I want to branch out because I was shooting my shot on a woman yesterday. She said that you smelled like my ex. Oh, y'all, I just made a video on this. I just made a video on this where I was talking about Elixir. Like I've said, Salt and Pepper by Precious Liquid pulls. If you are talking about wanting to be sexy to women and you want a fragrance that nobody else is wearing, seriously, Salt and Pepper. And when I say nobody else, of course I don't mean that literally, but out there in the real world, they don't know niche fragrances besides like Creed and Baccarat Rouge, right? Precious Liquids is a slept-on brand, and that thing has gotten me so much love, so much attention from women. It's crazy. It is crazy. Now, I will say I do have a discount code for $40 off if you want to use that. It's Melissa40, but if not, it's cool. I know that some of you might think, oh, she's trying to plug to do that, but at the end of the day, you can get a fragrance wherever you want to get it. But if you want to support the channel, that's fine. Totally up to you. I'll leave that up to you. Is Rehab a good signature scent for hot weather? I wouldn't say so. Is it feminine? It kind of reminds me of Spice Bomb Extreme, which is more of a masculine fragrance. Even though it is marketed as unisex, I would still say, man, I was going to say it leans a little more masculine, but I have seen women, well, they have told me that they wear it and it smells really good on them, and I believe them. Totally up to you, man. Totally up to you. I feel my friend gets disappointed by Sauvage. Yeah, it's just popular. It's just popular. That's the drawback of, and I said this in so many videos, y'all. Don't get a fragrance like Sauvage EDT unless you are comfortable hearing you smell like my ex a lot of times, or you smell like my brother, or you smell like my dad. Because let's be completely real and honest here. A lot of people, when they wear fragrances, they want to smell good, but they also want to be the person that smells different. They want to stand out, right? And it will kind of take a bit of a ding or a hit if you're wearing a fragrance like Sauvage and you pass by a group of guys at the club and it's just blasting Sauvage over there. It just kind of takes away and strips from your individuality. And a majority of people don't like that. So that's just the drawback and the downside of it. Blue Electric is good, but I find it weaker than La Nuit de l'Homme. Yeah. Blue Electric isn't my fave, y'all. I thought that it was trying to wear too many hats. Like, La Nuit de l'Homme is boom in your face, a sexy fragrance. L'Homme is a sensual, like, oh, let's be intimate, but just like an introverted, confident, sexy scent, right? But Blue Electric was trying to do both at the same time, but it just kind of fell flat. So I could really care less about that one in particular. Let me take a sip of my espresso. Look, I made a little bit of a dent in it, y'all. You own both of what? Oh, my bad. That was not a question for me. Is masculine... Can you guys see me? Because it keeps saying reconnect. Yeah, Salt and Pepper is a masculine fragrance. You have an amazing personality and you're interesting to listen to even when you're just talking about fragrances. Ever thought about doing story-based videos? Thank you. Got the idea from the hotel short. Absolutely. In fact, I have made videos like that. I mean, if you guys have any recommendations on what you want to hear from me, just let me know. Yeah, no, it did kind of freeze. Thanks for letting me know. But yeah, like I made a video on my coming out story. I made videos on other things before. And I like that stuff. I like the personal stuff like that because, and even like the chain videos. Oh, I love making chain videos. It's so fun. All right. Best latent clone. Oh, I don't know. The thing is, I don't actively go searching for clones, but if I do smell one that I think is similar, you already know. I'll be telling y'all. Okay, Melissa, what hacks do you do besides Vaseline or the lotion trick? I overspray that thing. When it comes to La Nuit de l'Homme, that, like I told y'all, I went out one night with 17 sprays of that, and you might think that I was wild for doing that, but when you're wearing a weak scent like La Nuit de l'Homme and you're trying to have that thing pushed because you're partying that night, going 17 sprays is not going to be a problem, and it's not going to choke you out. So spot on about guys questioning lesbians, why they do that. I appreciate your viewpoint and your support. Yeah, no, thank you. And again, majority of people are very respectful of it when they see it. But there are going to be ignorant people out there because some people take it as a challenge. And that's always kind of been like icky to me too, about like, oh, like, let me turn this person. It's just also it doesn't work. And it's just, ugh. Because at the same time, it's like, imagine being like a straight guy, right? And then a gay guy kept hitting on you because he's like, oh, I'm going to turn you. Wouldn't that kind of put you off? Right? Like, if I was a straight guy and a gay guy kept coming on to me, I'd be like, yo, like, cool it. In the same way that, like, if a straight guy was coming on to a lesbian, it's, like, weird. And it's not a flay. Like, it's just, like, ugh, ew. You know what I mean? It's gross. It's gross. Hi, new sub to the channel. Thanks. Huge fan of jewelry. Oh, my gosh. Let me know. What's your daily setup right now? What's the daily setup? Let me know what you're rocking with the chains. That's definitely why I use like 3 sprays of, okay, yeah, 3 sprays of La Nuit won't get you that far, but if the Vaseline trick works for you, I love it. Don't you think oud wood smells like a wet forest? No. No, I don't. What atomizers do you recommend? Whatever's on my bottle. I don't have a particular type of atomizer that I'm like, oh yes, this is better. What I do like is like the slow sprayers that come out with a lot. It's like, you know, that have the whole like, it's like a beautiful type of wow. You know, yours just breaks. Then what fragrances do you wear? Imagine if she says I'm rocking a Cuban link that costs around 80K. Not, oh, like if they did, why not? Why not? That'd be sweet. Scent of woods fragrances. I haven't. I have not tried anything from that brand. Would you say your favorite perfume group? Wait, what? Wait, would you say your favorite perfume group is Melissa? Aromix, Fougere. Oh, Freshies. Freshies, hands down, for me. My hair is just doing its own thing over here floating. Freshies for Sure. And it's always, the thing is, when you wear fresh fragrances, you can wear them to anything. But if you're worried about performance, then just overspray it. All right? Like, and if it's winter time, just know it's not going to last as long as it would in the summer. But fresh fragrances can literally be used for anything and everything. If you can create a fragrance, what would it smell like? And I'm just staying quiet in case I do come out with the fragrance. I'd want it to be a surprise. Well, you know what? Something fresh. Let's be real. I would want a fresh. I would want something that I would wear. Right now, stacking Chikoji 5.5 millimeter. Nice, bro. Wait, with the 3 Franco with the pendant. Nice, nice. Wait, with what's the 5 like the 5.5 millimeter? Is that like the Chikoji curb? Is it? What's the design? Because that sounds fire. I swim in afternoon swim. I love it. Oh, it's so good. It is so good, let me tell you. What's your favorite freshie? Y'all already know. I wear Elysium a lot. And I gotta do my full review of Elysium Pour Homme. I gotta do that. All right, my wife used to tell me she can't smell anything on me. She told me to start spraying more. Now she's curious who I'm trying to smell good for. That's so funny. That is literally so funny. I actually made a video on that a while ago about fragrances that you shouldn't wear without your partner, or that like your partner will get mad if you wear these outside the house. That was a fun topic for sure, because that's a real thing sometimes. That is a real thing. One thing I could say about Sauvage is that she likes that combo. Love that for you, man. Yes, flat curb. Ooh, yeah, flat curbs would be nice. 5.5 millimeters. Love that. What kind of purity? We talking 14? Melissa, when watching your video about Prada Ocean, it's been 2 weeks. Would you take it over Luna Rosa Black? I want to impress a girl in the office. If you're going for an office fragrance, I would say go Ocean. Because Prada Black is more of a nighttime fragrance. Yeah, I would say it's more of that. Whereas Ocean is a bit more versatile to wear in professional settings. How do I feel about the heavy link? Oh, I love the heavy link, bro. Would you have chosen a different length if you purchased it again? If you know what? I actually did not purchase that. That was actually, I won the giveaway. Like, you know when they do the 12 days giveaway for Chikoji? Man, dude, I was every day when they would release those videos, I would say something. And I wrote a long message because I was like, it was my dream chain back in the day, dude. The 22 karat heavy link. And I'm like, I don't know if they'll see this. And then the next day, Raquel picks the comment, and I lost it. I was like, there's no way. There is no way. But I would say I love the 4 as it is now. Maybe if I can get it like 17 inches, like it'd be kind of cool to go with like a Nick Castellanos look with like the pendant that I have. But I would probably go like 3.2 millimeters instead of 4, because I think the 4 is a nice solitaire higher up on the neck. From 1 to 10, would you rate the popularity of Creed Silver Mountain Water? It's in the niche community, it's like literally a 10. Everybody knows it. In real life, not as popular. Like probably, honestly, a 3. Like if you were to walk on the street right now and ask somebody, do you know Dior Sauvage? Or do you know Black Opium? They'll be like, yeah, I know that. If you say, do you know Silver Mountain Water? They'll be like, what the hell are you talking about? So that's what I say. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I hope that you win one. I really do hope that you win one. Is there a fragrance you try to gatekeep because it's so good you don't have to say it? Right now, I would say Aqua Oud. Like, I mention it in my top 5 videos, like, lately within the past few months, but I'm nowhere, like, I'm not doing the same thing that I did with Salt and Pepper, where I would talk about it, like, multiple times a week to share that with you guys, because I used to run Salt and Pepper down like that. And then people were like, oh, it's obvious. You're just trying to make a quick buck off of it. But I'm like, damn, maybe I should kind of like hone in the enthusiasm with it, because it can come across sketch with some people, especially like with that code being there, right? And I get it. But that one, like, I'll keep it real with y'all on my top 5s. But like the stories that I have with that, like the new stuff I have with that, I'm kind of keeping that a little bit on the hush, because it's so freaking fire. All right. Are you a fan of the Figaro chain? Yeah, man, that's what I got right here. I've learned about myself that I am a pendant girl. I love the solitaire looks, but there's something about like, I love the cross. You know what I mean? Would you ever consider doing a separate channel for your jewelry? Nah. I mean, I could, to be honest, but like, I've talked about other things. I know I mainly talk about fragrances here, but I've talked about other topics as well. And it's like, I would rather, like, my channel name is Melissa Nacional. It's not Melissa Loves Fragrances. It's not Fragrance Queen. It's not Melissa Fragrance. It's Melissa Nacional. And for me, like, when I see that, and I was contemplating making a new channel, I'm like, I am who I am there. And then also, what I like about the videos that I make is it's also a good way for me to kind of document what I like in my life, right? So in the future, when I have kids, or like when I just look back on these videos in general, I'll be like, damn, when I was 28, when I was 26, these are the fragrances I liked. These are the things I was talking about. These are the chains I liked, right? So I think that it's a good documenting sort of thing for myself. So I'm not posting chain videos here for views and trying to do all that. I'm doing it also for me, mainly for me. I once walked into Sephora asking for Parfums de Marly when I first got into fragrances. Yeah, they're not gonna have that there. They'll probably have Killian, that's for sure. Just two ladies stopped me in the store to ask what I was wearing. It was Salt and Pepper. Y'all, I kid you not. I know people were irritated when I was talking about that fragrance all the time, but Salt and Pepper, again for the billionth time, gets the best reactions from women. Like, for all you, and I know people are gonna be on here saying, I don't care about compliments. Cool, right? But you can't lie. When random people come up to you and compliment you, it does feel nice. You don't tell them, well, I don't care if you like it or not. Like, I like it for me. You wouldn't tell somebody that compliments you that, right? So that scent, it pulls. Like, it pulls like crazy. In fact, I'm gonna start wearing it more again. Because I thought, hey, November is gonna be a bit chilly, but it hasn't been. So I'm about to go into like Menace November and wear the hell out of that fragrance again. Really want you to collab with Curly Fragrance. She always promotes Mancera a lot. Oh, I love that. I love Michelle, man. Michelle, I remember we messaged each other like a year ago or something, and she's just so sweet, and she's like blown up in the game. Like, this girl is just like, she's on top of her stuff, and like that makes me like super happy to see. You know what I mean? So shout out to her. I would love to collaborate with her. She's awesome. She is super awesome. And I love how she's a boss. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, you're not gonna tell her like, oh, why are you wearing a man's fragrance? She's gonna tell you, I don't give a fuck. I want to wear it because I want to wear it. You know? So shout out to her. Thanks for dropping by. No, love you. Thank you. You're so real. Love watching you. Thank you. Okay. Hi, Joey. Okay. True. Bringing variety. Yeah. Let's see. Issey Miyake. I don't really remember as much. Let me see. Are the new fragrances you got better than Aqua Oud? The new, from that one, I've been wearing the Elixir, bro. I've been wearing Sauvage Elixir for the past 2 days. And I got it the day before yesterday. Oh, it's so fire. It is really good. I haven't tried any of the new stuff yet. But maybe I'll do a video, and let me know if y'all want this, but I'll probably do a video on, I'll call it less is more fragrances. The ones like Aqua Oud and Elixir that you don't need a lot of sprays of, but they'll carry. You know, things on that list would also be Oud Satin Mood. Even though I'm not a fan of that fragrance, it's something that less is more, you know? Melissa, I have beef with you. Oof, what's the beef? You never review Aqua de Jo lineups. I don't know why a lot of people saying it's a dad fragrance. You know what? I've talked about, you know, I did the feminine one, Aqua de Joya, and I loved it. But you know what? I'll settle our beef. Don't worry. I'll settle our beef. You are the fragrance goat. You are so sweet. Paco Rabanne 1 million is fire, bro. Rock the hell out of it if you love it. Wear it. All right, hold on. Let me take a sip. Especially in the fall winter season 4. Are you talking about Paco Rabanne? Oh no, that's somebody else. 1 million Lucky. I liked Lucky. It was a bit hazelnutish. And you know what? I gotta ask you guys this, because I've noticed it with some fragrances that they smell a little different when they come from little sample vials versus the bottles. Do you guys, am I kind of going a little bit wild with that? Because sometimes I'm like, like when I tried a spray of Millesime Imperial from a sample, I cared less about it. But when I tried it recently from the bottle, I was like, it's better than I remember. Who knows? Love your channel. Thank you. Please review Ombre Nomad. Heck yeah, I will. And Dior Homme Cologne. Yes, you know what? Dior Homme Cologne's nice. That's a nice scent. I would love to. Okay, we need a video on the men's Valentino Born in Roma. You got it. What other videos you guys want? Give me the updates right now. Stronger with you. Smells more. Okay, so you guys feel that too. You feel it too. Hi, Lulu. How you doing, Lulu? Hope all is well. I hope all is well. Thank you. You said you love my content. That's so sweet. Dior Homme Parfum. You got it. Fragrances that scream sex appeal. Oh my God. Salt and Pepper. La Nuit de l'Homme. I could seriously go off about this topic right now. Now, hear me out. Tobacco Vanille, to me, doesn't scream sex appeal, but when I wear it, other people get that sort of reaction from it. That it's just really loved, especially when I wear that around women in particular. They love Tobacco Vanille. I myself, I like it, but I don't love it. You know what I mean? But that one, it does pull. Need your channel to blow up more with these new designer fragrances that's been releasing. Yeah, man, I would love to do that. And you know what? There's still a lot of fragrances I'm behind on. Like, well, I can't really grab it right now, but there's a lot of designer scents that are iconic in the fragrance community that I have yet to even review. But I will. And it's so funny whenever I make those videos and people are like, you're so late. Like, why are you talking about this when the new one just came out? I'm like, I'm talking about it because I never smelled it before. I know. I haven't been in this game all my life, you know? Hands down. Which one? My opinion, Eros by Versace is still #1 in my book. Most complaints ever. I know you meant compliments, but you said complaints. But you know what? Eros, yeah. Eros does get compliments. It does. I think that it's a very easy to like DNA, especially if you're like a teen or you're in college, even getting older, right? I think that it has that, but to me, it screams more as like a young, fun fragrance. But again, if you're 50 wearing that fragrance, you're still gonna smell fire. You're still gonna smell great. And that goes for both the masculine and feminine versions of that bottle, of that fragrance, I should say. Yeah. Hi from New Mexico. Thanks, Bruce. Keep crushing it. Looking forward to more reviews from your recent haul. Thank you. I will be doing Bond 9 reviews. I gotta try Nomad because the girl that sent me these, she said one of her favorites was Nomad. And look, her taste is, it's immaculate. It is immaculate. And by the way, I know nobody's asked yet, my favorite gourmand fragrance, not that I wear, but that I love to smell, is Angel Share. Oh my God, like Angel Share, if you wear that, you know you're trying to get wrecked. You know what I mean? Like that scent is so delicious. It's so just like mouth-wateringly good. What does Salt and Pepper smell like? It smells like steak. No, I'm kidding. It is peppery. There is ambroxan. People compare it to Sauvage, but I will say I don't really get that. I would say, yes, it's a blue fragrance with ambroxan, but I don't think it's like Sauvage. You know what I mean? But it's like a likable niche blue fragrance that is very, how do I say this? There's a refinedness to that, like a high quality backing to that scent. Like when you smell it, it's just, oof, it's too good. It's too good. Try Killian Smoking Hot. I think I have. It kind of smelled like a hookah lounge. The dry down of it I liked better than the opening. It is polarizing. I could see that. I could absolutely see that. Melissa, if I want La Nuit to last over 8 hours, 15 sprays is the move, right? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Salt and pepper smells like a better version of Aventus times 10. Interesting. I don't see the Aventus correlation either, but it's a likable, niche, masculine fragrance. Trust me. Like, there are not as many scents that do that in the fragrance game that are niche scents that do super well with the general public, right? But that one does. And again, if you want to support Matt, if you do, if you don't, it's fine. But if you want to get it the cheapest you can use my code Melissa40 to get $40 off. Or Melissa20 for 20% off. But again, you can get it from wherever you want. All right, I would just rather plug that in case you do want to support. But if you don't, it's all cool. It's all good, you know? Dolce & Gabbana, the one, is amazing to me and heavily underrated these days. Not enough projection, though. I agree. I think the one EDP is a fantastic fragrance. But when people ask me to compare that versus La Nuit de l'Homme, I tend to go with La Nuit because La Nuit is sexy, but you can overspray it. With the one EDP, performance isn't great, but if you overspray it, it can get headache inducing. So that's just the downside with it. Okay, 3 of my beautiful fragrances I wish last longer was Ocean, La Nuit, the one. I get it. Trust me. Are you talking about the EDP? The EDT. I'm so intrigued to try Salt and Pepper. I'll try to find a sample decant. Yeah, the brand has it on their website, and you can find it probably also like on Max Aroma and stuff like that. But again, like I've said, if you're just around a bunch of guys, you're probably not really going to care for that fragrance. Like, Salt and Pepper is the type of scent you wear if you want reactions from women or if you're around a lot of women. Otherwise, I wouldn't even try to get it, you know? You got me addicted to Side Effect by Inicio. Oh, thanks, Joey. Smells very passionate, mysterious, dark, romantic. It is. Oh, it's your signature? I know people, like, whenever you pass by, everybody's like, oh my God, Joey smells so good. Damn, Joey always smells so mysterious. I love that, bro. If you had to choose between one of Aqua Oud, Salt and Pepper, Blue Agave, which one would you buy in terms of compliments? Oh my God. Listen, the reason I'm Xing out, well, you know what? For y'all, I would probably recommend, oh damn, they all bang. Blue Agave, super easy to like, especially the new formulation of it. They like doubled the concentration, so it lasts a lot longer, and it's just super lovable. Very much like sexy, like sexy summery vibes. You know what I mean? Or like if you're somebody that works out, and after the gym you throw in that fragrance, or even in the gym, if you smell like that, people are gonna be like, oh damn, they smell good, right? It is a massive compliment getter, and you'll receive a lot of reactions off that. When it comes to sexual reactions, probably Salt and Pepper. Now, Salt and Pepper's performance is probably going to be the weakest out of all 3 of those, but I'm talking about, remember, the new formulation of Blue Agave. The older one, I think Salt and Pepper beats out with the small bottle of Blue Agave. Aqua Oud lasts longer than all of them. But Aqua Oud is more of the challenging, different fragrance. So if you are going still for something that's going to be a compliment getter but different, like if you're trying to go for, look, I'm standing out, then I would say go Aqua Oud on it for sure. All right. Hi, the goat. That's you, Christopher. That's not me. That's you. All right. I'm just trying to get like you at the end of the day. Okay. But yeah, I hope that breakdown made sense, because no lie, I do love Aqua Oud, but it's just like whenever y'all ask me these questions, I'm like, damn, I'm going to throw on Salt and Pepper again just to kind of get that, you know, just to get it. Are you eyeing any new chains? Not right now, Jared. I got this 3mm figure, and it's like, I gotta enjoy what I have, man, because it's so easy to all of a sudden look at a video on like a 2.5 Byzantine and be like, oh, that shit would be nice, but look, this is the setup I'm rocking with, just my simple cross chain. That's how we're doing it. How content are you with your collection now? I am beyond content with my collection. I am not itching to be like, I have to buy the newest of the newest things. I feel really blessed, extremely blessed actually, that the things that are coming to me now are things I'm not even asking for. People are just like, Melissa, what's your P.O. box? I want to send you this. I want to send you this. So that is much appreciated. And Jared, tell me what you're rocking. Like, what's your setup like? Are you someone that goes round chain versus flat link? pendant versus no pendant, like white gold, yellow gold, tell me all that. It's midnight there? Damn, where you at? Need to make one of those tier list videos. All right. Which tier list videos? Are you part Filipino? Love your videos. Thank you. I'm full Filipino. I am full on Filipino. I love it, man. Love Filipino food. I got asked recently on Instagram, maybe not in this recent Q&A, but the other one, about my favorite foods outside of Filipino food. And my answer was Thai, Indian, and Japanese. But I love Mexican food a lot. I love Mexican food. But yo, Thai food and Indian food, so good, bro. So good. Hi, how's your day? It's really good. Really, really good. Hi, Melissa. Are you religious? If so, what religion? I'm Catholic. I am Catholic. Favorite fragrance bottle? Damn, I don't have a favorite fragrance bottle, honestly. I really don't care too much for design on bottles. I'm all about the smell. Like, I don't care if the packaging is terrible. I'm not going to be like, this packaging sucks. I won't be fooled by that. I will not be fooled by that, you know? So, I just want it to smell good. Filipino people, met a good guy in Dubai on holiday. Love that. Southeast Asian cuisines, the GOAT. Yes, they are. They seriously are, bro. Like, I am telling you. Southeast Asian food, untouchable. It's untouchable. All right, yo, I always thought you were Islander, South Pacific. I'm half Filipino too. Love that. I love that. I have gotten that question before where somebody thought that I was Islander or somebody thought I was Samoan. But I'm not. I'm Filipino. I'm rocking 22K 1.7 Franco. Nice, bro. Oh, clean. Love it. Consider it a Monet pendant, but trying to enjoy the chain first. Oh, man, that's nice. And it'll look so good with a Monet pendant. I have a St. Christopher, and I made videos on that if you want to check it out. But sleek, clean setup. I'm going to trust you and get salt and pepper. Oh, hollow, that's sweet. If you end up liking it, dope. If you use my code, sweet. If you don't, I appreciate it. But at the end of the day, tell me what you think about it. You know what I mean? Like, because there are people that blind bought it that are like, Melissa, I didn't like this. And it's all good. Like, recently, I had a follower tell me, Melissa, I got salt and pepper and a bunch of other samples, and I hated salt and pepper. But I love not aqua oud, but I loved Oud Symphony. And I love that sort of back and forth of like, I hated this, but I love that. It's cool. Where's the code? The code is Melissa40. It's literally my name, Melissa, Melissa, the number 40, and that's $40 off. Or you can use Melissa20 for 20% off, but I think the $40 is more of a discount for you. So that's on the brand's website though. But Justin's here. What's up, dude? How's it going? What's your favorite car? Man, I'm not really much of a car fanatic. I'll say a Porsche. But also, I like a nice SUV. I'm a Toyota girl. You know what I mean? Toyota, like it's reliable, it's efficient. I haven't tried Mind Games Double Attack. I remember sampling Salt and Pepper. I think I liked it. It's so good. I have actually. I got another sample that I put for it because I was like, yo, I'm gonna need that when I go traveling. Okay, Spice Bomb Intense Cafe, Gentleman Reserve Privé. I'm gonna go, if you're talking OG Spice Bomb, I'm gonna go literally that. Yeah, no, I would go Spice Bomb over all of those. The baddie's driving Toyota RAV4 and the Subarus. Okay. Red Mancera Tobacco versus Deadly Arabian Tonka. I wasn't a fan of Red Tobacco by Mancera. That was a pass. That was a pass. The other one I haven't tried yet. But again, in case you guys weren't here earlier in my live, I will be going live on Instagram on Sunday with Joe Sent Me. Gonna be asking some questions. I'm gonna be going to New York next month to go to Scent Explorer. So if you guys want to come say what's up and come chit chat with me, that'd be dope. And literally, I think, just by the way, I think they have an open bar. All right, so if y'all are going, let me know. Let's grab a drink at the bar. Let's talk, and let's just like have the best night ever. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking forward to. Okay, favorite piece of jewelry. Oh man, probably what I have on right now. I am a sucker for just like the simple cross chain sort of setup. It's what like my grandma gave to me, my Ina gave to me when I graduated college, and then I wore that chain for a long time, and then I got into more stuff, and then now I've circled back to being like a cross chain girl. Give a thumbs up. Thanks, Angel. Have I tried anything from Osman? No, I have not. My favorite fresh fragrance guess. I know you're gonna get it right off the first guess too. And y'all check this out. Look how cute this is. It's like a little Joe Malone candle that I was gifted. This is pomegranate noir. And let me just say this, okay? I'm not a candle connoisseur, but I can't deny the effect candles have. And y'all know what I'm talking about, right? There's something about lighting up a candle when it's time to get a little special, and it just like, it'll take you to the next level. It really, really will. So I would suggest to all of y'all that don't have a candle, just get one candle. Get like a nice sensual candle, all right? And then thank me later. Arabian Tonka is better. I gotta try that. I really have to try that. In fact, somebody asked me about Risala recently because it wasn't in my list when I was talking about my most complimented fragrances. And that's just because it's such a beast, bro. Like that fragrance, it lasts forever and it's so strong. And sometimes if it's too strong, I don't want to wear it. And I know. We typically want to go for strong fragrances, but I can't handle all that. I really can't, you know? This thing got me wired. Indian and Thai food are amazing. Oh, would love to try Japanese food. Yes. You're not a sushi person? Or you haven't tried sushi before? I love sushi. Specifically salmon nigiri. What's your favorite rose oud perfume? Man, I was just talking about Risala a second ago. Risala is really good for that, I will say. I'm not the biggest fan of that DNA, but if you are, I'd say that and Penhaligon's Halfeti. Really good. If that, like, that is a rose oud combo that is just, it smells like luxury. It smells like wealthy. It smells very well put together. Can you only wear La Nuit de l'Homme on intimate nights? Hell nah. Listen, you can, I wore that as my signature scent, all right? If you want to rock that when in the daytime, wear it in the daytime. No one's tripping. I would just say the time to be considerate when it comes to wearing like a party fragrance, of course, is like at work. Like I would not be wearing, like if you have a loud scent like Carlisle and you're wearing that in the office, you're not going to get the type of reactions that you would at the club. So just be very cautious about that. Which men's designer fragrance creams I want to smell? Okay, all right, please no Dior. I plan on getting new fragrance. No Dior, that's so funny. We talked about La Nuit de l'Homme. That's good. Are you of Filipino descent? Yes, I'm full Filipino. Full. Do you apply perfumes when you go to sleep? If so, which ones? I used to. Not anymore. I used to. I would do... It was with specifically By the Fireplace. Oh, I loved that one. Do I overspray? Depends on the fragrance. If it's weak, yes, I do. If I'm going out and it's weak, yes, I do. But typically, I don't need to overspray it. How's your shoe game? Wouldn't be surprised if you're low-key a sneakerhead. I'm not a sneakerhead. I'm very much into this just... I have white Air Force Ones, and then I have a pair of Panda Dunks. But to be honest with you, all I need is those white Air Force Ones. And listen, I know people are just like, oh, it's basic. But listen, if you are somebody that's been in the shoe game, like, you know that Air Force Ones have been a part of sneaker culture since, like, oh my God. I'm thinking of Nelly off the top of my head. Hi, Autumn. Oh my gosh. Hi. I'm so happy to see you. But you know, like, if somebody is saying that is clowning on Air Force Ones, then you know that they haven't really been in it. Does that make sense? And let me explain, because when people are like, oh, Air Force Ones are so basic, everybody wears them. They have no idea about the history behind that, because even when people aren't wearing Air Force Ones, the white ones, I will still be wearing it. That's how you know I'm not like a trend rider, is that I will, like, even if it's at the top of its game, I'll still wear it. Even before it got super popular, I was still wearing it. So it's a staple in my collection, for sure. Panda Dunks can never go wrong because they go with everything. That's so true. I will say they're not as comfortable as Air Force Ones to me. They're a little bit tight, and I don't really like that. What's rocking the Air Force Ones and Adidas jackets? Like, Run DMC, honestly, look, I know people hate on the wearing different brands and stuff, but sometimes, I mean, I don't really have a lot of like Nike zip-ups, and I don't really care like that. I'm not like, you know, looking at the different logos and trying to do that, you know. Force One is like Dior Sauvage. Man, you can call it that. You can call it whatever you want. I'm still wearing it. It's funny, I'm wearing Sauvage Elixir right now. So if it's a classic, it's a classic. I think it's just the new kids around that are hating on it, but I think the real ones know no matter how popular a white Air Force One gets, there's a lot of history behind it. So, aren't you afraid of perfume causing wrinkles after long-term on skin due to dehydration effects of alcohol? This is a really good question. I'm very particular about the places I apply my fragrance, and that's why I make a lot of videos on how to apply a fragrance. Like, I don't suggest, because people do this a lot, they spray right here on their neck or here on their chest, right? And this area is very sensitive. The skin here is pretty thin. It's easy for it to consistently probably wrinkle up here in this area, but I go behind each ear, the back of my neck, and then also on clothes too. Like if you're worried about skin, then just boom, apply it on clothes, you'll be good. Personally, I don't like Air Force Ones. My wife loves them. All the hood guys wear it in the UK. Okay. Yeah, you know what? She's got great taste. Don't forget about the Nike Techs. Yeah, I feel like that's gotta definitely be. Yeah, no, Nike Techs are pretty popular. They've been very popular, honestly. Camels are mood. They are. They really are. Magandang gabi. Oh my gosh, hi, I love that. You're saying good morning, right? It's afternoon here, but good morning. Magandang gabi. All right. You may like Vapor Max. All right. I'll keep that in mind right here. I just got Grand Soir. What do you think? It's not my favorite. I used to like it, but I just I don't wear it because of the weather here. I'm like 2 sips away from finishing this thing. I'm about to be bouncing off the walls. Boom, finished it. All right. New Balances. Dude, that's another one that people would clown on all the time. They're like, oh, these are dad shoes, blah, blah, blah. But look what's happening with the trend. Everybody loves New Balances. Favorite caffeinated beverage? Listen, Autumn, I actually am not a coffee girl. The thing is, I love the taste of coffee, but I don't like what it does to me. I'm a tea person at heart, like Marungai tea. Love that. Peppermint tea, I love that. But I would say, I think I made like an Americano. That's what I made right now. So that's really good. Favorite niche house? Precious Liquid for me. The one that I recommend the most, though, to just people in general, Parfums de Marly, just because I've reviewed a lot of their scents. And they're like a likable brand. But for me personally, Precious Liquid, hands down. What are some cool sweet frags for winter? Angel Share. All right, y'all. Probably I'll answer a couple questions. Again, I do want to say, because I've been on the live for about an hour and a half, and I'm really happy I got to. Going live on Instagram on Sunday. So come and drop by. Ask me and Joe some questions. Let's have some fun with that. And I will be going to New York for Scent Explore. So if you're in the New York area or you plan to go to New York on December 1st or 2nd, go to the event, swing by, say what's up, get free fragrances, grab a drink, say hi to me, then dip. And do whatever you want in Manhattan. Man, I'm excited for New York, bro. I had every time I go to New York, it's a blast. Like just the vibe, the energy of that place, it's just so sick. Cheers for life. Thank you so much. I haven't heard of Claude Marcel. Hi, Attila. How are you? Attila, how you doing? I think that's all, y'all. And I'm not trying to end this fast just because I finished that coffee and it's a diuretic. But no lie, I do kind of have to go. Okay, hold on. What replica fragrances are the best? I love Lazy Sunday Morning. I think At the Barber's is slept on as a masculine fragrance. Like, At the Barber's smells like you know how to drive stick shift, you know? And all of you in the UK are probably like, well, duh, who doesn't know how? But look, we got automatic cars here, bro, okay? So not all of us are driving. It's very rare that you see people still going manual on it, but At the Barber's smells like you could just, like, reverse park that shit, or not reverse. You could parallel park, no problem, you know? It's a good one. Speaking of which, I should probably get that fragrance. And, because I can parallel park. I can. You know, thank you. Well, tell it thanks. Look at me blush over here. Okay. Chips. You know what? You guys know what it's like. You drink your coffee, and then all of a sudden you just, you're in the zone. And then you're like, holy crap, I gotta go. You know? So, it's a universal experience. Man, is there something in my eye? You guys see that? Am I tripping? I felt that. LOL, don't change. You're right, Autumn. I won't change, even though it's very contradictory to what your name is. Because your whole name, Autumn, screams change. Your whole name means time is changing, or the seasons are changing. So, not to call you out or anything like that. But, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Bye. Thank you. Anything else besides that live in New York? No. If you know what, if you guys have questions, yeah, ask it on that live. Go wild. Like, ask all that sort of stuff. I miss going on YouTube live, man. I've been going on TikTok live. It's so fun. It's so fun on TikTok live, and it's so fun here too. So I hope y'all have a great Friday. Wanted to do this earlier because Friday nights, you know, we all gotta do a little something, something. And I'll see you guys in the next video. All right? Peace and love. And I'll see you soon. All right? Take care. Take care. Goodbye. Goodbye.